It was definitely rough. And now I see that this cable's broken. That ain't good, because we are literally the furthest spot on the ranch. So, here we are. This headlamp does work. I got a fire starter, a lighter, some knives, extra battery.
I've been hunting with the Haugan brothers now for several years, and it's been a pleasure every single time. They enjoy the exact same passions that I do, from hunting to filming and everything in between. We have a blast together.
You want a Sunkist or a Red Bull? You're good, just water. Okay. Packing light. Oh, long ways to go. Got all kinds of stuff. We're good, man. How many waters do you need? Okay. I've got 2 then. Should I throw a third one in? Okay, this one. Alright then.
The Haugan brothers have been hunting together since they were little boys. It's always been a passion of theirs. They've shared many hunts together, from antelope to elk and mule deer, whitetail, a lot of shed antler hunting, and pretty much everything you can go after in Montana these guys have done. They are definitely fanatics. Obviously part of the reason we get along so well.
Heck of a buck. Hang her in the shop here until Ben has a nice place to hang. Put it up here at the wall with his other bucks. My first buck, 1993. Look at that. Well, pretty cool, I still have it. But it sits on a wall with some pretty amazing stories.
Well, this year we had all planned a mule deer hunt together. And as it turned out, Barrett and Ben ended up down in the area about a day early. At daylight, I received a phone call from Barrett, but not what I planned was going to be on the other end.
Into High Country has been brought to you by Vortex Optics, the force of optics. Archer Extreme, there can only be one. OnX Maps. Hunt with confidence. Sitka Gear. Specialized outdoor wear and equipment. Mystery Ranch. Backpacks built from experience. Prime. Accuracy is everything. This segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by Montana Canvas, hands down the finest wall tents ever made.
Well, the only upside to having to walk across the ranch over to my pickup is, as you can see, we got really good wind. So we're just gonna keep making our way top of these ridges and making our way back over to my pickup, and hopefully we can get back over here and get Barrett started and back to the ranch. It's kind of unfortunate we got all the way back in here today and Barrett's pickup broke down just out of the blue. Everything was running good all day and got up on top as furthest point away from the ranch as possible and just died. Decided I wasn't going to go any further. This looks like a pretty nice sized bed right here. This is kind of what we're looking for. Hopefully we're getting, this area we're walking through right now has got a lot more sign. You can tell there's a lot more activity for deer crossing through here and feeding around. So this is one of the bigger beds that we've seen so far. And it looks relatively fresh. So you can tell by the size of it, it looks like it's a pretty mature deer. It's a pretty good size. So we're gonna keep making our way through these trees. Just hopefully we can kind of kick something up. Our wind is still good. It's still blowing in our face, so I think we're gonna be good here walking over these ridges. So stay with us here, and hopefully we can get into something. Yeah, what a perfect day. Maybe cut a few miles off of our walk. A long way to go, so I wouldn't mind getting up on top of this. That way we can look back behind us and below us on the other side. I think it'd be a little bit more to our advantage to get up higher right away and walk these coulees.
This segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by Montana Canvas, hands down the finest wall tents ever made.
Boom. Did you see that guy go down? Oh my gosh. That is a stud, Barrett. I just flattened that thing. That's a nice buck. Holy cow. That is unbelievable. Dude, that's a nice buck, Barrett. That is a dang nice buck. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just flattened a stud. Barrett and I have been walking since we broke down this morning about 2.5 hours ago, and we've just been working our way back to the ranch to get my pickup, and we had 2 does come busting through the timber down right below us about 100 yards from us, and Barrett and I decided to hunker down and just kind of see what was in the area, see what was following them, and they seemed kind of spooked and they're kind of jittery, so we kind of just hunkered down, and Barrett and I just glassed up a stud coming walking down this draw. We got set up and I just put the hammer down on a stud. This is unbelievable. I could not be more excited. That is an awesome buck, Barrett. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how that just happened. We've been kind of down in the dumps, you know, we broke down and we've had to walk, the ranch is about 5 miles the way a bird flies from us, and just the turn of events that has happened today, and it is just unbelievable. I mean, I could not be more excited how this turned out. We got an awesome day today. The weather is great. It was about 7 degrees this morning when we woke up. It's just been cold and windy down here for the last week, and finally we got bluebird day. It's gorgeous weather, and I mean, this is unbelievable. I cannot believe that buck just stepped out. Oh my God. What a stud, Barrett. I cannot wait to get up and see this thing. Oh man, this is awesome. Let's go take a look at this guy. Look at this buck. Nice deep forks. Oh yeah. Look at this guy. That was a nice buck, Barrett. Look at that. What a stud. Man, oh man. This guy is beautiful. That's what we're here for. That's a great eastern Montana buck right here. Man, oh man, I could not be more excited right now. What a day. We have had, we've been walking from the pickup for about 2.5 hours, and this guy finally stepped out and gave us a good shot, so, oh man. Big deep forks. Look at those forks. What a stud.
segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, ensuring the future of elk, wildlife, their habitat, and our hunting heritage.
Ben and I were sitting straight across this canyon right before it got dark on that hill and just ranged it, and it's a little over 300 yards across here, so I feel pretty fortunate I was able to even hit this deer. Are you ready? Did? Serious? He should be right in here. I checked the GPS here and I marked it last night. Buck down, so it should show up here. We'll go check it out. Jason came in with us to help us drag it out of here, so pretty good friend he is. I buried him in branches last night because that's one thing you're told, like basically if you got to leave an animal overnight, you bury it. The birds don't like to go get meat underneath branches, so if you cover it up, plus coyotes will stay off of it too, and then drag it away from the gut pile because they're always going to go for the easiest food first. I just couldn't be happier. We have had an incredible week here in eastern Montana. Jason got an incredibly nice buck this morning on our way in to get this deer. And then 3 days ago, Ben got just an excellent buck as well. So it has been an outstanding trip, to say the least, with a good friend and my brother Ben. And
Barrett's truck even got fixed. I was able to deliver him a new alternator from Bozeman, and everything was all right. You know, this is just the prime example of how you have to just believe that whether good or bad, in the end, everything works out for a reason. And you have to just believe that. Sometimes things don't work out how you had planned. No matter how hard you tried and prepared for the worst, things just don't go that way. But you have to learn to roll with the punches, and you have to believe that everything happens for a reason. And in the end, you'll see that things happened exactly the way they were supposed to.